What's going on, everybody? Carlos here once again from PremierReviewer, and today we have the Maono P1 hybrid studio audio interface, and this is the bigger brother of the Lite series that they have, and they also have a P2, which is 2 XLRs. So right now we're focusing on the P1 because that is what I have in front of me. Disclosure, Maono did send this out to me to take a look at, test out, and see what I thought, and this is what my opinions are. So guys, I've had this for several weeks now. I've done numerous tests. I have come across one thing that I think would be a great improvement on the next iteration, but what that is, we'll talk a little bit later in the video. If you want to get my overall thoughts right off the bat, I think this is a great audio interface, not because they sent it to me, but because of functionality, and we're going to get to that right now. So for me, when I do video reviews or walkthroughs or anything, I just like to stick to how I would use it in my workflow, meaning how does it fit in my day-to-day? Does it apply? How easy it is? Is it plug and play? Do I have multiple functionalities with it? Those are the things that I want to talk about and discuss in this video. So we're going to get right to it with the hardware. Guys, one of the key features for me is that this can push pretty much any microphone. Yes, because it has 70 dB of gain, it's able to push microphones like the Electro Voice RE20, the legendary Shure SM7B. Why? Because you don't need a cloud lifter. You don't need a preamp to be able to plug in and get that extra 20 dB of gain. With 70 dB of gain, you can push any microphone without worrying about an extra cost provided with using a preamp of sorts. Now, to me, that's a win right off the bat. The second thing that I love about this unit is it comes in ready to connect straight to your mirrorless cameras, DSLRs. It's ready to play right off the bat because it sports a 3.5mm jack, which you can connect directly to your camera, and the audio you're hearing right now is actually produced in that very fashion. I have it connected directly to my camera using this method, and that is also right next to the headphone ports. Now, when you're using this and you're connected via the headphones, it's recommended that you actually hear the levels and the sound via your camera. So I'm using the Sony FX30 and I have my headphones connected there so I can monitor my sound. So I know when I lean in, I am getting a lot more bass in my voice. And that's what monitoring is about, being able to know how close you are and how much richer your sound is. The third thing that I love about this is because you have an auto gain feature. So in the mic line gain, if you hold that button for about 3 seconds, 2 to 3 seconds, you will see it turn blue, and then eventually you'll see that it will have an auto leveler. And that is huge because for someone who doesn't know how to mess with the levels on a audio interface and I'll see the knobs and could take it a little bit, discouraging, this thing is, again, plug and play, where you can just hold that button. You don't have to worry about, are my levels too high or too low? Right off the bat, you know that they're working. So that is what this guy features as far as hardware wise. You have one XLR, which is a combo jack. You have an instrument, I believe it's a input. You have left and right for monitors. So if you want to hook up speakers, you can do that. This is why it's almost an all-in-one audio interface for your desk or for travel. And then you have two connectors. So one you can connect to your PC or laptop, and the other you can connect to your phone. Now, it also has 48 volts of phantom power, which you can press the button and it will instantly kick in. Unless you're using a condenser microphone, you shouldn't really ever have to use that button there. But it's good that it's there. And because of the 70 dB, again, you can push pretty much any microphone. You have a direct monitor, so that when it's on and you have it connected to the camera, it should be staying green. If I disable it, but here we are back, and now you have the audio. So it's almost acts like a mute button when it's connected directly to the camera. You also have a mute capability by just pressing and holding down the monitor/camera knob. So now you guys can hear. I got a little louder because I'm messing with the levels a little bit. And you have a headphone knob as well. Same thing, if you press it, it'll turn red, and that will, signify that the headphones, you're not going to be receiving any audio from there. But when we're talking about the unit itself, two things that they missed that I think they could apply in the next iteration. In the back of the actual unit, if I lift this guy up and I show you, I would love to see a quarter 20 or anything right here at quarter 20, so that you can connect this and get it off the desk if you wanted to plug it in and connect it to a tripod or a mic arm, a magic arm, anything like that. It would be great. Just adds a little bit more functionality, because this is so portable. You should take this on the road. If you already have a audio interface but you're looking for something to take on the road, this would be a great feature. That way you can kind of be looking at your levels, and you're not just looking down, but you can have a direct line of sight. That's the first thing I would change or add. The second one would be, guys, we're using the PD200W, and this is one of the first wireless microphones. So you have XLR, you have USB-C, and you have wireless capability. Now I'm gonna focus on the wireless capability, because what I would love to see Maono do, and I reached out to them and asked them if this is a possibility they can implement in a newer version, adding the wireless capability to this unit. Now, it should have had it. I think that they missed out on not putting that. What I mean, the PD200W is a wireless microphone. It has XLR, it has USB, but one of the key features and why this is so plug and play is because it has a wireless feature. That makes my life easier, because I don't have to sync audio. I don't have to have an audio interface. I can simply just connect it to my camera via the dongle and be set and ready to go. Now, imagine if I did have this interface and it had a built-in, wireless receiver. They already have the technology, but now built into this, so I compare this microphone with the unit. Now I have even more flexibility. Not just that, they have a PD 500W microphone that's coming out that's going to change the way microphones are produced and made, and functionality wise, I can't wait to get my hands on that. Maono, please send that out to me. This would just be another reason why, if you wanted an interface, to get this guy over all the other interfaces capability, because they have other microphones that are wireless, like the PD 200W and the 100W, I believe, as well. So that would just unify the whole ecosystem into one. Second mic we're going to be testing out with this guy is a PAL Vintage, very cheap, very affordable, about $35 plastic build. This is the sound quality that you can get. Now, I haven't changed a single thing when it comes to raising up the levels. This is simply working with exactly the same settings. So this is a sound that you can get again using a cheapo microphone, and it still can sound good. So we're gonna test out the next microphone. Now, everyone knows what the Shure MV7 looks like, and this is this guy right here. This is just the XLR. This is not the MV7 Plus. This is the XLR only, and this is what this sounds like using exactly the same settings, standing about the same exact distance, And obviously, if I get a little closer, you can, it's going to be a little bit louder. But this microphone itself, same thing. How does it sound? To me, it sounds perfect. Guys, that's the end of this video. There's nothing else I need to say. To me, I think that this unit is worth a look at if you're in the market for an audio interface.